Hello, this is Debraas Love 1, Healer Tarot now here on YouTube. This is the second half for Miss Romeca Meeks, a young lady, 31-year-old young mother of a little boy. She was a daughter, sister, niece, cousin, friend to different people, and is sad that she lost her life. I know today is the day that her funeral is to be. Today is Thursday. But you'll see this whenever God had me to put it on, so it might be 2 weeks down the road, one week down the road, a whole month down the road, or whenever God tell me. So I want the family to hold on and let God control this, because it is going to be some justice for Miss Meeks. Okay? So let's just see. Let me see. Do I shuffle these? Let me talk to God for a minute. Notice a gun card. Nope, I can't shuffle it. Okay, let's go. Okay. This reading is going to consist of Miss Meeks, her child's father, and the culprit, the other mother, okay? That's all I saw so far in the first one. So the first card is, she is creating her miracle wisely. God was going to test her. But I'm going to turn it around to her child's father, because I really feel that she was going to work on non-support as far as him. So she is going to test him, and she is going to see if he would actually do what he said. It would be a miracle. So I want to change it around, okay? Because I feel she was established already with her job, right? So I'm going to turn it around to him. So she was sailing on from her problems, and she is going to get away from that rinky-dink place, away from where he lived at, or some kind of way she was going to be tested as far as a job, okay? So she is in her feelings. Somebody wanted her to get in her emotions. Follow me? It's obvious that something come from way back with her and her child's father, or this new baby's mother, right? Because somebody plunged in to take their shot. So her child's father plunged in to take his shot, wanted her to get in her feelings, as far as she might want to know if he will keep his word, as far as, I guess, non-support. Anything like that. He plunged in to take his shot at her, and I feel talking, or it might have been physical. But I can take it to the culprit, that she took her shot. The culprit used a gun, because something come from way back with her and Miss Meeks, and she is in her feelings, her and Miss Meeks. Okay? She is trying to pan out the court life of the situation with her and Miss Meeks, because one of them followed the other from a distance on Facebook, Instagram, or outside, or fighting, or whatever this is, right? Or we have the child's father. Miss Meeks was trying to pan out the court life for how long her child's father was going to be following her, nagging her, stalking her, anything like that. So are you married? This would be Miss Meeks to her child's father, because we got a woman on the side. So Miss Meeks, are you married? He wasn't married, but are you together with the other child's mother? Because he was trying to say something to Miss Meeks, flirting or whatever he was saying, okay? He wanted Miss Meeks to open the door to care more, follow me? So we have right here that he went on a kitty cat mission against Miss Meeks, and he aimed for it. It's in his genetics to be hateful, follow me? So if these two cards is not his, they are the culprits, right? The lady who pulled the trigger. Keep your eyes on the cards because he mentioned them coming. So he mentioned to Miss Meeks that his other child's mother and the baby was coming some kind of way. See the card? So something was charged to the account and out of control. So I feel like it was bills need to be paid, or we dealing with he wasn't paying money like he needed to pay as far as the child, their son. Or bills need to be paid, tabs, or whatever's going on. It's a money card charged to the account. He was behind on giving her money or anything like that. Or we can just take it this way and say that it was out of control. And what was charged up was feelings, emotions during a fight. I can take it that way. But I don't really want to take it that way because I feel this is about money right there. So the next card is, to love is to feel another's heart. Let's make love to your favorite song. So some kind of way he's thinking in his mind at least about back then. So we keep having these cards. Miss Meeks was terrified because she was attacked. So she is attacked and able for somebody to gain force. For somebody to be in control of her, she was attacked. I got to take it that way. But also, she is terrified. And her life was taken and able for the culprit to gain force. But as far as the child's father, he was holding on to her and attacking, fighting, or whatever he might have been doing to gain force. Her eyes strike that. A connection was dismantled between her and her child's father. So the next one is, did she know the facts and did it matter? Or do everybody else know the facts? If she wanted to be non-religious, was she? Or just have faith in the matter? So she had to get away from the thieves. Because both of them is thieves. They stole her life, both of them. Okay? You know you must drop it. Drop him. So if we take it to the culprit felt like she knows she must drop it. Drop Miss Meeks. You know what I'm saying? Okay? So we have right here that relations to not wanting Miss Meeks as a woman. He didn't want her as a woman. He just wanted to use her. Follow me? So dive in with both hands and feel my touch. Please don't let your family tear us apart. So this is him to Miss Meeks. But also, I feel like this is the culprit. She wasn't going to let Miss Meeks tear her family apart. Her and the child's father. She didn't want to be torn apart. So Miss Meeks was considered a part of the family some kind of way because she had a child by the father. So she is going to dive in with both hands and feel Miss Meeks' touch. So she dived in with both hands, or however she did, and pulled the trigger. She probably used both hands. Usually when people was not really an expert somewhat, they might be using both hands, okay? Miss Meeks was discarded by others, by the child's father and by the culprit, because the culprit was saying or feeling like, I don't think so, in a situation on what Miss Meeks did to her. So something happened in the fall time. Miss Meeks was captivating, and the child's father wanted her to make up her mind. So Miss Meeks needed the bubble of God's protection around her, and she had to be in the presence of God. Because we have that the culprit is guilty as charged, and it's going to be on letterhead. It was horrifying because Miss Meeks was trying to distinguish what was happening to her. Because it was a speedy tongue lashing between her and the culprit, and also her and her child's father. Okay? Your choices are your own. No growth comes from the same sex. This is a gay card, but I'm going to change it. No growth comes from the same sex. So we have the culprit, the other baby's mother. She a female, Miss Meeks a female. So she made no more growth come from Miss Meeks by ending her life. That means she can't grow no more. Get my drift? The culprit had a weakness for lovemaking. But Miss Meeks had a weakness for caring as far as this child's father. Because Miss Meeks was going to be a sensitive thinker always. And she had walked away from this child's father at one point because she had a restraining order. But then if we turn it around, the culprit, the other baby's mother, she walked away. And she wasn't going to be a sensitive thinker because she went, wait a minute. Okay, I'm back. She might say she's sorry, but I don't think she will. I don't think she will. I will say I'm sorry. I don't think she will. This card usually be where the person will say they're sorry. So maybe the child's father might say that he's sorry to the family. But I don't think the culprit is going to say she's sorry. Because she didn't cherish Miss Meeks, this Miss Meeks card. She wanted to be cherished. Cherish me. Right? So we have right here that Miss Meeks was going to fill out some kind of application and get happy or some kind of paperwork, or the culprit, the other child's mother. So she did some kind of paperwork or whatever they had her sign inside the police station, and she got happy because they let her out. So we have that she is going to take action at whatever area they was at. So Miss Meeks was trying her best to escape and get out of the headlock or whatever was going on. She really wanted to express. Spilling it will only help her because she's a conscious thinker. So we have that she was dealing with her child's father that's in a secret society. Or we can take this to the police station if it's not her child's father. He want equal and fair. So if we don't take the secret society to our child's father, we're going to make it the police station and say that the culprit, she wasn't going to be a sensitive thinker to Miss Meeks. She didn't cherish Miss Meeks, and she not going to say she's sorry. And she filled out some kind of paperwork at the jail, and she got happy because she's going to take action and go home and just go ahead on and leave. Because she is trying her best to escape, and that is get out that police station. And she wanted to express and let them know that it was self-defense. She is a conscious thinker, and spilling it will only help her to tell them that because she is dealing with secret society, the police station, and she wanted equal and fair to be treated equal, because if she feels self-defense, she feels that's being treated equal. So I turned it that way. Next one is Miss Meeks was trying to get to a focus point and be that butterfly, but she had to clear her mind because it was shouting from the rooftops, right, fussing, because she had to be sure, or it was going to be a special delivery. So she was sure about a special delivery. So she is going to be getting some money from her child's father, or the special delivery is this baby's mother showing up, or whatever happened there. Some kind of way, a special delivery happened. Okay? Don't blame each other for the loss. So this Miss Meeks, God please save me. But on this side, this will be the child's father. I don't know her little boy's name. Her little boy's father and the culprit. I had to call her, right? Because that's what she is, right? They might be blaming each other for the loss. So the special delivery might was Miss Meeks coming back there. She might was the special delivery, or the other lady showing up might have been a special delivery. Some kind of way it was a special delivery, or it might be a special delivery coming to the family in the next 6 months to let them know that it's going to be a change in the case. Okay, so do not force your ways on me. So Miss Meeks didn't want her child's father to force his ways on her, because he said, can I come up without you leaving me? Can I tell you what I want to tell you without you leaving me, without you being mad? He wanted to tell her something. Cognizable. Help was a minute away from Miss Meeks, but it wasn't being displayed, because the help was for her child's father to let her go, and she would be free to defend herself or save herself. So he was the help, but he went the opposite direction. He held her still for her to be executed, because that's what happened. Okay, he needed to do things in decency and come up to par, because this is the card where you don't come back from, because you with somebody you care about. You go there with them, or you be there with them, but then it's like a setup card. You don't come home from this. You don't come home from this. Either you go in trafficking, or you die with this card. And she died, and that's a fact. That's that's accurate. She wasn't at a hotel, but she was in front of his house, or wherever she was, right? With somebody she cared about, her child's father, whatever his name is, right? Okay, let's see. I'm hearing happy anniversary. I'm hearing happy anniversary. Wasn't nobody's birthday coming soon? I don't know. Let's just flow. Okay. So she had to ask herself why she even settled for less. God says, dig deep. I miss you so much. So two hearts that beat to find one another. Let me see if this is her baby first. Let's see. Her mother. Let's see something. No. This is her child's father flirting some kind of way. If he ain't said it out his mouth, he said it inside his mind. Two hearts that beat to find one another. I miss you so much. Okay, let's see. He might have been blaming her, saying something was her fault. It was time to see that she's on the battlefield with this man. She's battling. Okay, so she wasn't going to postpone an active action against him as far as non-support, or he wasn't against her, or the culprit, right? Can we be friends? No, she could not be friends with him no more. I'm done. It say you're done, but I'm done. I got to talk with her right there. Monday, Saturday, or whatever day, limits was going to be sky high for Miss Meeks or for the father. So, did it say Monday? I think this happened to her on a Monday. I'm not sure what the card say. I think it happened to her on a Monday. Limits was going to be sky high for one of them. You can still do your God mission if you like. Can you still love me now you know? So Miss Meeks can still do her God mission. But the child's father told her something. Could she still love him or like him after he tell her? So he told her something. He know what he told her. He told her something. whatever it was. I don't know if that's on Aquarius, if he an Aquarius, or somebody might be an Aquarius you know that she was proud of. So she is a workhorse, but she needed relaxation. Take me to dinner and a play. I love you, but not that much to be used. So some kind of way he was flirting kind of way. He might have said that he was separated. I don't know what he did. I don't know. Are you free? He struck a touchdown. He felt like if she was free, he struck a touchdown to come visit him, or just being free without somebody, because he wanted a united front with her. But she was strong, no more minor crutches. She wanted structure, God says, for how to control things the best way she can in her life is to have structure. So the next one is that, so what? What's next? Trying to tear each other down, so they're fussing some kind of way while having a blank look on her face. So she need not settle for junk, God says, and that is dealing with her child's father, because she is expecting a joyous occasion. So she is entwined in gossip. Next one is start to live her life again. If she wasn't, she had to continue her life. Your loved one would not want her to be depressed. Her loved one wouldn't want her to be depressed about this situation. But I'm going to take this to the family, that your loved one would not want you to be depressed. Miss Meeks would want you to continue to live your life and be happy. Miss Meeks was wonderful. And who was proud of her? Miss Meeks herself. So her child's father asked her something, and she said, for what? Because she wanted to be secure, and she had to check her mind. So we have that either he have a design rug, a stripe rug, design rug, she had one, or somewhere she worked, or somewhere they went. But she needed to just taste what was on her plate and throw away the scraps. Just deal with her own stuff and don't deal with his stuff. So we got 13 on 31. 31. So we have right here that is a sensitive issue, but she had to tell him the truth. So let's not, hold me in your arms. So he held her in his arms, that's true. He had her in a headlock, they said. Let's go for a walk. So some kind of way, he grabbed on her, so they was walking somewhat, because he might have went and grabbed or whatever he did. So it was some kind of walking happening, I guess, and then he grabbed her and had her in his arms or whatever he was doing. So he had plenty of ideas for a fortune, for money, or she did. I feel non-support though. So she was dedicated to the wall, seemingly. So the wall is something you got to chop down. So I don't know what wall she is dedicated to. Keep talking to him, keep trying to make it work with him, or whatever it is. She had a wall that needed to be chopped down. Okay, so hats off to her. She thought she was going down benefit alley, or he felt he was, or his other child's mother felt that way for bodying. Okay. She is going to get splashes of joy. Was her eyes telling her the truth, or him, or the other child's mother? So God is a path I'm walking, the right one. She talking to God about a path, making that gesture, right? Because this is a drug dealer card right here, but it could be any boss, right? Any boss. So some kind of way she wanted to supersize with a boss. So her child's father, if she trying to supersize and get him to pay child support and give her money, follow me, or she was going for another job, some kind of way, or anything like that. So she is going to be sharing in a support group. So it could be like a meeting or just work in general, follow me? Or she is going to be going to non-support, like I'm telling you. Sharing in a support group and talking. And they would be the Kingster because she wants to supersize and get money for her baby. Anything like that. Something was store-bought and she sat down, or something was store-bought from her child's father or from the other child's mother. She is salary-driven, and life journey called for her not to be salary-driven. So she is trying to get money to take care of her home, but I feel she's trying to get money from him, right? Or we got right here, she joined a party, but she didn't get to just coming behind that. So this is a job card. It could be with her job, but she didn't get to her job yet. Joined a gathering. I don't know what time it was when all of this happened. I don't know. She would have been joining. She would have been one to work, and it would have been considered a party, a gathering. Because she is salary driven. Like, used to going to work, dealing with her boss, used to going to work. Buying something from the store, maybe to take to work or whatever. But this could just be outside. Let me see if this outside. This outside or okay. This could be outside. And the gathering of people could be all of the bystanders that was outside watching when the fight happened, but I don't really want to make that. I want to make it like non-support or some kind, or her job. Let's just see. I want what I signed up for, a man or a woman. So somebody was nesting. So she want what she signed up for. She want him to do his part. Or if he is going to be her man, that's what she want. Or she want him to be the best father, and that is pay his share of money. So he used this muscle and dominated her. Follow me? She had to turn herself into a new version of Miss Meeks, but she wanted him to turn himself into a new version. So this is a marriage card where a man want to give a woman a ring, so some kind of way, or he was trying to tell her he wanted her back or whatever was going on there. Or he might have told her he wanted to get another lady a ring, or he might have been flirting with her, telling her he wanted her back, anything like that. Something went to the extreme though, where she said no way, or he said no way, or the other child's mother said no way. So we got the programming. This is agencies, jobs, or anything like that. So if she went to non-support any kind of way, people don't own the earth, they control. She might felt she had to go to non-support. I don't feel it's her job, her job giving her no problem. The extreme is when you had to go to non-support. If you gotta go there, that's the extreme. She has broken herself off from time shared with her child's father, I feel, before she ran into him that day. So we have right here that she had to express everything needed in any area in her life so she can get sky high. I feel like she's dealing with non-support with him. Because he got 2 children. He got the one over there, that one, and I don't know how many he got. I feel she's dealing with non-support, or was going to go to non-support. Anything about non-support. If I see the lawsuit card, I'm just going to say definitely it's non-support. I don't know, it could be in those cards right there. I don't know. Let's just see. You know, she know all about it. Or Miss Meeks. He had to pick one. She had to pick one, a career. So she was trying to get another job to go with the job she had. Or he needed to pick one. Or he just needed to pick which woman, if he was bouncing back and forth, what was going on with him. So she had to check her eyesight and look at something at least 3 times if she was trying to get another job or anything like that, or something is on camera footage, or she had to look at something more than one time before she signed it at least 3 times. So she was crying out at the house, fussing at the house, or anything like that, or outside of the house. So we got the race right here. So race always going to be here. So all of them was the same race. Race is always going to be here. Somebody need to get a grip. So if we had the other child's mother was talking about the race any kind of way, but I don't really think it's that. So let's see. Thought she was better than her. So she is the common denominator. If I change my identity, it won't work with my twin. So they might have clashed outside, her and her child's father. Something was brought that was cheap perfume or just whatever it was, something. She was given something. So pick me. She gave the ex too much power because she wanted to be picked at one point. Right? So are her leaders her God, or is God her God as far as religion? She shouldn't be molded to a religion or a set of rules by anybody. So it is your turn to prove to me. So as far as her child's father, she needed him to prove to her that love flowed from both sides. To not treat her like dirt, to be decent to her, to be the best father he can be, and everything else. Because we got this card coming behind it. Because he is keeping his options open at one point in time with her, whenever it was. He was good and hot with her, and ducking wouldn't help her. Right? So she went as far as a job offer. Right? Because her job was wherever it was. But she didn't get to go to her job that day. So she rode to wherever he lived, and that would be considered a job offer. So it's senseless to find, attempts to find my mother. So this would be the baby. Follow me? But also, this is Miss Meeks. It's senseless to find my mother. And with that, this right here, this card for her is she wounded. And that's why this card will come out. She had to look in the mirror at a Taurus love, or somebody act like the Capricorn. Act like the Earth sign. Or she just had to be grounded like one, so something was juicy. She was jet setting. Or somebody else. So somebody might eat a certain kind of way, if not vegan, out of the three of them. So this stands for school, but she had went to her child's school, they said, right, where they live at. So we got PA back to back. Both of them is PA, both of them. Look, they back to back. Look at both of these cards. They say the same thing. But wherever they lived at, right? So let's see what this one, she needs to taper it. So she had to cut the cord on anything ungodly. So she had to be the warrior to have peace within and have a stable mind. So why cheat when she can get a divorce? So, and cope with it. So her child's father, some kind of way, if he is flirting some kind of way, any kind of way, God was saying don't cheat with him. Because if he not broke up, don't even do it. And just cope with it. Or if he not single on his own, don't do it. Just separate yourself from him. Because she is a wanderer at that point in time. She needed sensitivity because it was like she was the lone wolf, like God said. She was isolated by herself because she really was by herself because there was nobody to help her. Here, look at the card. Look at the card. Why did I believe it? Because she got isolated. Next one is, don't force your ways on me. She didn't want his ways forced on her. My lawyer said so. She had to remember what, wait a minute. Remember what God said. She is an earth angel person, but my lawyer said so. She is going to be, she was going to non-support. She is going to be going to non-support, anything like that. She is coupled off with Satan. Her child's father was Satan at the time. She just wanted peace. So fussing was outside. It might not be greenery out there, but if greenery is out there any kind of way, she's fussing with him or with this female, the culprit. Looking at his greenery 2 times. So it might be some trees or grass somewhere around there because they back to back. Leafy, green foliage, looking at things superficial. He is going to test her to see if she had beautiful feelings for him, the child's father, right? So we have no more innocence. She is going to take charge, right? Because God says she is strong. So we have right here that she had to be competitive and able to gain in her life. Just be competitive, right? So no more using me. She felt like she wasn't going to let him use her. And he was jealous. And the culprit was too. So we got number 23, 32. Somebody could be 32 or just number 5 goes number grace. So it was a war zone because it was a relapse, a collapse of them getting along or whatever. She had to spring into her life's mission like a Leo or like a fire sign. Saturday was a good time. So somebody wanted to sow a seed of insurance. I'm going to say, let me see. No, this is not her card. Somebody wanted to sow a seed, so I guess it's the child's father, sow a seed of insurance to make sure that something was going to happen. This insurance card, that she is going to be there, come there, or she's going to do something, or wasn't going to do something, or whatever, because I feel they was dealing with non-support. I feel she's going to go do that. So she had to pick door 3, jump to put him in, her child's father, because he wanted loyal to her right here. So she is antsy at a school. This stands for school, right? Whatever the name of the school. But if she came back from the school and went back to that house, she was antsy at the school. So we have right here that for all eyes to see, she could say that somebody was gay, or she could say that somebody was getting married. For all eyes to see. I don't know if she heard about him getting married to the other lady, or he asked her to marry him, or whatever this is. So something was seasonal, where things was being put in a compartment. So he might have been flirting off and on whenever, or whatever this is. Or maybe her job was like that. I just don't know. Okay, so he wanted the whole pot. Let's say whenever he wanted the whole pot. And that just simply means he wanted to cheat. This is a cheating card. Or this is, this can go with work. But if she wanted the whole pot some kind of way, she was going to do another kind of job separate from the one she got, just to add on to what she had, seasonal or something like that. Because she wanted the whole pot. That means she needed more money for her home. So if she waited until Friday or a couple more days, things could have been different. So this day right here that this happened to her, in a couple more days, things would have been different. That means this wouldn't have happened to her. Get what I'm saying? So she had to work on her problems, but not here. Her and her child's father. So, are you ashamed of me? Her child's father. When are you coming back? I miss you. So he's floating. She is looking for her money and her keys to serve her. So she need to answer her burdens. God say, and drop the X. Or we can turn this around. to the culprit. She wanted to answer her burdens, and she dropped the X. That means she murdered Miss Meeks. So she liked style and dressing up and having fun. Miss Meeks, right? So somebody thought something was funny, right? And wanted a drink. Give me a drink. Whatever the drink is, juice or whatever. So he beat me so much. So he might have beat on her whenever in his life, right? Follow me? So she had to stop letting him hurt her in her life and worry her, God says, especially about money business. So I feel like we dealing with non-support. She is saying things in slow motion herself. Eyes was watering. This is paperwork. I usually put it with the Bible, but it is a thesis dealing with school. So she might have, let me see. Yeah, so some kind of way she had went to school and different stuff like that, dealt with a lot of paperwork, words or whatever, some kind of way. We got numbers 401. Or we can just put this with the Bible, or put it with police paperwork, court paperwork. Because she wanted to stamp her name on a positive vibe, because she probably was going to be getting another job to hook onto what she had, or any kind of schooling or anything like that. Or he was going to stamp his name on that other baby's mother that he had and marry her maybe for positive vibes. Or he might have asked Miss Meeks. Okay, so we have right here hanging around the corner, all the way around the corner. So he was hanging all the way around the corner. And in this storyline, it just simply means he was with who he was with, but then I guess he was trying to flirt with her, or he probably was stalking her, whatever he was doing, because it's hanging around the corner. He had dormant behavior he's holding for keepsake. So we have that. It was a chamber of chaos for Miss Meeks, and it was negative that day anyway, or just whenever he was hanging around the corners. She is anxious and he was mellow, because she is focusing on him having good work ethics. She might have been calling him some kind of way as far as like money or anything like that. If not that, she had good work ethics her own self. She might have been being called that morning for work. I don't know. So let's just flow. Okay, universe has driven to guide her to a path, but will she go and refuse to stay in a puddle because it'll keep her wet? So a puddle would be, don't go backwards to her child's father, because that would be a puddle, because it'll keep her wet, keep her in her emotions. Follow me? If she go back and even try to make that work, or yeah, anything like that. So if she liked the color beige, she might like the color beige. She might need it more sleep. He might need it more sleep. He might have had something in his system. She needed more sleep to be more energetic. So with this card right here, if none of them had anything in their system, any kind of drink, any kind of pill, or anything in their system, somebody needed more sleep. But I can put this with Miss Meeks as far as her energy was being drained because she was wounded, so she was dying. Okay, so let's just see. Okay, let's see this one. Okay, we have right here that she is trying to avoid him strip searching her, taking her money, or taking off her clothes. So let's just see something. She had to be assertive and assess things. So she had to be bold in it and look at the details in the situation. So she had to beware of distractions. He was a distraction. Let's not argue about things. So it was doomstown for her. No more joking around. He was taking her for a joke, and God said it was time for her to move on. So we have, he feel nobody's perfect though. But her ex, God said, was not for her. So either she is in pain, or he was dealing with some kind of pain medication. She is a genius, and he didn't even know it, because he is astonished that she did it. I have skills I'm ruined here. You can't buy me. So she felt like he couldn't buy her. She has skills. She ruined it. She ain't coming back to him or anything like that. Unless she is dealing with a job that she was getting ready to leave. If it's nothing like that, we're going to keep it with him. So I say tell her now. So this would be for her mother. If not for her mother, it's going to be for the culprit. She got a sister, because they usually be for the mother, for the sister, for the wife. So let's just see how it goes, and then I'll know who it is. I'm going to focus on her mother for right now, though. Tell her, mention me, Miss Romeca Meeks. Okay, here you are, Miss Meeks. She is in her path work. She definitely had that right. Healthcare industry is her path. She is right where God wanted her. Working with seniors. And I think she worked with seniors, or whoever she worked with, as long as it was nursing. Okay? He is letting off everything he can let off. Her child's father on her. He moved fast on it. Okay, he was stalking her whenever. At that day or whenever. And the end came. Next one is, life itself was like a jigsaw puzzle for her dealing with him. He had to stop being sneaky as far as money. So she was wondering, did he really even care? Stepping out in the nightlight with a sage. So she might be a fire sign, he might be one or whatever, but he might want it to try to come to her house or something at nighttime. Floor plans was being made for her, maybe another job or extra job or anything like that, or for him. So she wanted to be treated equal and fair at work or by him, because if she taking care of the baby, she need him to put his fair share of money in. She captured, or they will be captured, talking in the car. Okay, yeah. So we have right here, this is the life card. What is life to you? What is life? Okay. Because it's far away. Getting there, maybe to another job, or to get here to another job maybe, or whatever. Let's see. Because she is going to be talking to an advisor, a lawyer, advisor, or her child's father wanting her to let him advise her, or a boss. She had to stay calm as far as money, getting money, or anything as far as money. Okay, she had to read a book when she fell down, the Bible or any positive book. So she had to look around the corner and pay attention to the details and flaws, but she couldn't seem to look around the corner and pay attention to the details and flaws, because look what's coming behind it. Instead of drawer, you see the word drawer, just say that it was in a lady's car. See it say drawer. Find it in the drawer, but she had something in her. She had the gun in her car. So let's just flow. Miss Meeks had to look at details and flaws and look around the corner, but she couldn't because she is being held. Remember? Next card is Miss Meeks need not overtalk at that time because she's in a fuss, remember? But you can find it in the drawer. So she is over talking with whoever this is, this other lady, and it just got like it got. And then the lady went and she got that gun from where she got it from. It wasn't in the drawer, but it was where it was. So here we have here, it's negative all the way around. That's a life card, that's a death card, that's a death card. What is the cost of her life? It's coming behind. She went to her car. What is the cost of Miss Meeks' life? And that lady felt it was worth 0 cents. Can we really be friends? No. her and the lady, or her and her child's father. So we have, ask yourself why. Forcing herself to deal with the hurt from him. Because it was her prerogative, she felt, to get a little spicy with him or with this female. So parents shouldn't walk away. So this would be her child's card to her. Parents shouldn't walk away. So it looked like his mommy walked away from him because she left the school or whatever, so she walked out. Will I ever know who born me? And he won't. He only gonna know his mother the amount of time he known her. He won't know his mother in her old age because she not here. But this also is for Miss Meeks' mother. Miss Meeks to her own mother. Will I ever know who born me? Will I be able to see my mommy the older she get? Because she's scared right here. I feel she dying right here because the shot happened right here for her to feel like this. Him just having on a headlock, I don't think she felt like that right off the bat. But then when she got shot one time, at least she got the feeling that's right here. She not gonna make it. And she want her mother, her parents to fight for her, to keep on, get justice for her. Don't walk away. That was so hard. Because somebody liked the grandstand and it wasn't kosher. So right then, that lady who did the shooting, she was doing the grandstanding. So we got somebody half good, half bad, like the Gemini sign, right? She had to pay attention to her visions and her dreams, though. So she might was half bad and half good, like the Gemini sign. I don't know. So we have right here that she need a couple of emotions, so she needed counseling some kind of way, or she was going to the non-support, I'm telling you. Because this is a place, this could even be a training place. Should I make this a non-support right now? Couple of love. Okay. She had to beware of the Lord thinker, because he lured her. 601. She ain't just come there just for the fun of coming there. That was on purpose. So we have, she is going to work hard on a Wednesday, Friday, or whatever, on something. Or her child's father was working hard on something on these days, or the other child's mother. So she's going to doll up for a date. I'm yours, you are mine. Far as a new job, to hook onto the job she had, or going to work in general, or going to meet her child's father. Unfortunately, something didn't smell right to her. Something was off. Follow me? Because he had imbalances and antics going on. So we have that. Either he was searching, she was searching. Wait a minute. Let me see who it is. She was being searched for Miss Meeks, or Miss Meeks was searching for the child's mother, the other child's mother. Let me see something. Or he was searching. I don't usually hear so many people in the storyline, so it kind of made me, because this should be Miss Meeks' card. Somebody was searching for Miss Meeks, and I guess the child's father, so I'm bruised, but I'm still me inside. I'm going to be calm and conquer this. Let's see. This caught her off guard. So the cross-dressing could simply just mean that he was dressed a certain kind of way, or he just was acting different, being nice or being mean or whatever, or he had certain kind of clothing on or whatever this is. Something caught her off guard though. Okay? As far as him. Either what he had on or his attitude. Or I can just put the cross-dressing as, I can just make this as she ran into the other child's mother. Because they did cross ways, right? So he might have told her he wasn't in with the lady no more. We don't really know what he was saying, because the men lie. They say all kind of things, and you don't even know. But it don't have to be that. But I just trying to use the card. So let's just see. Next card is what? She's hand in hand with the enemy, because God said he's the enemy. She was wishing for a good decision with him, because it was real. She was penny pinching, trying to work her stuff, right? So she did it. He fought me. So he fought her. She did it. I feel as far as non-support. Talk about non-support to him or anything like that. Or we can take it right here and say that her and the other child's mother was fighting. But still he fought her. Kind of when he grabbed on her that day. His self-conscious living. So we have that. I'm fighting my feelings, but I want to let them rise. Give me a reason why I should take you back. This is her card. Give me a reason why I should be friends again with you. Why I should talk to you again. Why I should drop the protective order, or don't take you to non-support, or whatever she was talking about to him. Now it's vital that she get on her path. That she, and then God will say yes. So she actually was on her path doing nursing work. That was definitely her path. But the thing is, God needed her to get from where he was, get from that part of town where she was, and get to wherever her job was. She wanted peace, but something went too far with her and him, right? Okay, she was confused about her lover, but he wasn't her lover. He was her child's father. But she had some kind of love for him still, I guess. So we got number 31 again. How many 31s I got? I thought I said 31 3 times so far. It says 1 and a 3 again, so that's 31. So she is going to be genuine with him, because he was a nut. So the nut card mean a lot of things. He was chasing, stalking, unstable, drugging, drinking, mentally ill, not all there. One of them describes the child's father. One of those I said. God didn't want her to move fast on it and be fast. God didn't want her to be like that sailor, being fast as far as choices she make as far as him. So the next one is, it was no more time for lack for her. So he's saying we can make it. It's going to be marvelous. We can make it work out. So she needed transportation to go to training, wherever she was going at, to a new job, to an extra job, or to non-support, or this couldn't even be the ambulance taking her, because she had her own car, but transportation took her to the hospital. Or this can even be the non-support office. I keep focusing on that. Next one is there's somebody in their dream house, but they going to jail right here, because they caused doom for Miss Meeks, because he wanted the original, and the original is Miss Meeks. He in his dream house. And the culprit in her dream house is unusual. She is dealing with a spectrum. How he was being. So Miss Meeks captured the opportunity at the lighthouse. The lighthouse is church, hospital, drug treatment, Alcoholics Anonymous. I think I named all of them, right? Yeah, one of them places. I feel this is it. This the end. Let me see. I got it right. Let me see. Okay, let's see. Family gonna get a blessing. This is really Miss Meeks card. But I can still say Miss Meeks. Miss Meeks, you gonna get a blessing, Miss Meeks. But I'm gonna say the family gonna get a blessing. But this is Miss Meeks card. So Miss Meeks was getting a new job. It was to go with the job she had, maybe, and that was her blessing. Or I feel the family gonna get a blessing because this lady is gonna be hauled in the next 6 months or anything like that. Her and the child's father. Can you mention me? Can you mention God? Because Miss Meeks was a blessing. God says she bring blessings, but they didn't even like her. Neither one of those people. Okay? She liked style and like feeling fun. Next one is she spectated and she challenged things with him or with both of them. Someone was anxious. She was anxious. Thoughts spinning in her mind. So her life was cheapened right here, where it was taken away. Follow me? The culprit was going to come in her defense and the child's father. Right? But all of us know the truth. We know the truth. So he felt restricted, that he had no way out. But also the child's mother feels she was restricted. The other child's mother feels she was restricted because she felt Miss Meeks was going to come back and get her, I guess, even though she was restrained, right? Because she's saying self-defense. I shot her in self-defense. That's what she's saying, right? But we have him. He felt he was restricted. He had no way out because she was taking him to non-support. And that probably was going to pull at his money. I mean, pull it, like, a lot. Or whatever. Or get him put in jail. Because sometimes non-support, you get put in jail if you owe too much money. Because this card is in here. And this card saying this. You need to apologize. Both of them people. Both of them. Him for holding her where she couldn't save herself. It's just like he pulled the trigger. I sound harsh, but that's just how it is. The truth is the truth. It's just like he pulled the trigger. Him holding her where somebody could murder her is like he pulled the trigger. That's just like somebody reaching a gun over and say, here, do it. He need to apologize. And the culprit, she need to apologize. Because neither one of them liked Miss Meeks. At that time, they wasn't liking her. And she knew it. They don't even like me. This is not God card, this is her card. But God says she a blessing. Get what I'm saying? So, she on a path because she with God right now. She in spirit. Okay? So, you must go on with your life just for the family, as you should. Where you live at. But then we're going to take it with the culprit and her child's father. They feel they're going to go on with their life as they should. Because Miss Meeks had to be alert of the hot spots. And right then, that was a hot spot. Because that is not an accident. That wasn't a coincidence. That's a premeditation right there with this situation. It was annoyance. And you kept hearing me say the culprit because she a culprit. It was annoyance from the culprit to Miss Meeks, right? Might have been fussing on Facebook or any of those things before they even saw each other that morning or whenever that was. Okay? Somebody was being on the edge and on the ledge about Miss Meeks. And what happened after that? Miss Meeks was treated like trash. You can't see it, this light green. Because by her being murdered, she was treated like trash. When you take the person's life away, you saying they ain't nothing but trash. That's what you're saying. So, you just gotta wait, family. Let God lead and just wait. Wait Take care of the sweetheart. Take care of each other and let God do it. Let God do it. Let God do it. Let God do it. I haven't heard that song in a long time. Let God do it. How you going to pay your bills? They say you got a light bill due. When it's all over with, the song says, let God do it. Get what I'm saying? Okay, universe, give me 20 more and I'm going to end it for Miss Meeks. Miss Meeks, let me see you. Let me see you. Talk to me or say something. I can say out to your mommy. Let God do it. Okay, well, let me see Miss Meeks. Bear with me. Bear with me. Let me just see Miss Meeks. Let me see you, Miss Meeks. Let me see you. Say something to me. Let me see you. Today is the day of your funeral, I know. Let me just see. Anything to say? Wally. I don't know. I hear Wally. Okay, let's see. Let me see something. Maybe somebody named Wally at the nursing home. I mean, wherever she worked at. I don't know. Let me just focus a little bit more. Okay, let me see something, Miss Meeks. I wonder was she gonna move to a new house or something like that. I wonder if she was gonna move to a new place. I wonder. She moved. I see her walking, but it seemed like it's a place where it might be a new place. Maybe she's gonna get a new apartment or anything like that. I don't see no people. Let me see. Is there something you want me to tell your mommy, your baby, or anybody? I hear save a lot. Save a lot. So the family gonna have to do some saving a lot. I guess put some kind of money aside or whatever. I guess to take care of the sweetheart. Save a lot. Save a lot. But your health. I don't know. What is it? But your health for, Lord? Why am I here? But your health. I don't know. I don't know why I'm here but your health, but I hear save a lot, so maybe you have to save. Do some saving. Boy, it's so many different people. This is what I see her doing. This is what I see her doing. It's like, you know how you blowing the kisses to everybody? It's like one for mommy, one for my baby, one for my sister, one for my brother, one for my friends. It's like, there's so many kisses coming out. She blowing the kisses to, I don't know, it's who all it is. But she got a pretty smile on her face. She got a pretty smile on her face. Her hair look pretty. She got a pretty smile on her face. I feel she at peace. She got a pretty smile on her face, and she trying to give all them kisses. It's like, now you're just trying to give everybody one. She at peace. And God gonna handle it. Because I heard the song, let God do it. Let God do it. Let God do it. Because that lady, Don't seem like she had no kind of compassion or anything. So she acting like she just killed a water bug on the floor and she going on about her business. She took a person's whole life away. A mother from a mother from the child, a daughter, a sibling, who all she was to everybody, and she just acting like it's not a big deal. Nonchalant, I call it. God is going to handle that lady. God is going to handle that lady. Miss Meeks was an earth angel person, somebody to help the earth. And she was in her path. She was in her purpose. She was working with people in the healthcare industry. And she just got struck down because that lady, life wasn't threatened. That lady was all the way over at her car somewhere, and Miss Meeks was over where she was being helped by her child's father. So I blame him too. I want both of them to go to jail. Can I just be honest about it? I want both of them to go in because I don't like what he did. You helped her and you allowed somebody to murder your son's mother. And then she sit there and murdered her own son's brother's mother and think that's fine. There's something wrong with that picture. Not have no compassion at all and think that's fine. And then got nerve to want to walk away and go home and lay down on it after you done murdered somebody. I don't like when people do that. They just kill somebody and just feel they just gonna go home and have a cup of tea like you ain't just murder somebody. I don't have no compassion for the culprit. Not no compassion whatsoever. Or for the child's father. I don't have no compassion for none of them people because my compassion always goes with the victim on my channel. The victim is the person that I'm standing up for. So, did I? Oh, I didn't do the 20 cards yet, did I? I heard that song, Let God Do It. So let God do it, mommy. Let God do it, sisters and brother and aunts and uncles and cousins and family and friends. Let God do it. And I do have to say this, though, before I pull out the cards. I saw some of the, I think, memorial the other day. What is it? The balloon release. Oh, my goodness. I never saw that many balloons in my life go up for a balloon release. She had so many people who cared about her. So many. It was beautiful to see all of those balloons. I never saw that before, ever. That was just so many. It was just beautiful. It was beautiful that so many people cared about her. But God loved her the most out of anybody. That lady didn't see Miss Meeks' worth. But she did know Miss Meeks had ambition. That lady was jealous along with the child's father. Both of them was jealous of her. It's hard for people to believe people can be jealous of them, but they are. They do be jealous. They can have everything, way more than what you have, and they still jealous of you. Why? Because you're a certain kind of person and they can't hold a candle to you. Okay, so let me see 20 cards in reverse for Miss Meeks. Okay. Let God do it. Okay. Bear with me. Let's just flow. Let me see if I can do this one. Let God do it. I gotta get these out. I gotta take that out because life was like a movie for Miss Meeks. I gotta take that out. What do it? That too, because God had to intervene. She is a mother. I gotta put that there because the culprit wasn't appreciating that Miss Meeks was a mother. She didn't appreciate that Miss Meeks was a mother. She didn't give her no loving treatment. I gotta put that in there too. She had lots of life to live. I just got to put those over there. She went straight for like a lion. Let God do it. It was an overblown act. This one don't go in here, but I got to say it anyway. It was an overblown act, and we all know it. Okay? And we all know she guilty. She not going to say she loved Miss Meeks or like Miss Meeks. We all know that also, right? So, she don't come from another, what's her name? The culprit. She's not a foreigner, but she come from wherever she come from. They came from different cities, correct? And she came to a beautiful state, Chicago. Okay, let's just flow. I gotta put these gotta stay. They gotta stay. So let's see, put 20 down. She made, it was torture for Miss Meeks. I gotta put that in. Her story was flimsy, talking about self-defense. You know what I mean? Look at the card. You know what I mean? Okay, so let's just flow. So we got 2, 4. Whoa, that's a wrap. Okay, to please her soul. Where is that at? Right here. This one right here. She felt she did well, the culprit, because she made Miss Meeks go back to her soul, go back to God. This might be the last card. Let's just see. Okay, let's just flow. Let God do it. Let God do it. Miss Meeks pinpointed a problem that held her up in her life, and that was the child's father, him, and also being in a fight with this other mother that held her up. Okay? So we had that the culprit didn't appreciate that Miss Meeks was a mother, right? She didn't care when she did what she did, right? So we had right here, she's going to be confident in it, for sure. And it was different people, 5 people. How many people was out there in the area when that fighting was happening and the shooting? God saying party guests, but people, whoever they was. God needed to intervene and able to save Miss Meeks at that time period. But sometimes people don't want to hear God. God telling them no in their mind, and they don't want to hear it because they dealing with the devil energy. So we have it with Showtime, and life was like a movie for Miss Meeks, right? Because this culprit came at her straight like a lion. Follow me? She didn't want to see, she was seeing Miss Meeks' potential to get that baby's father back, or just her potential in life, period. And Miss Meeks had plenty of life to live. Lots of life, God says. So she is going to keep her dignity, because if there's in a fight, Miss Meeks might have won the fight. I just don't know, right? So, let me into your world. So she wasn't going to let Miss Meeks into her world. That means she wasn't going to care about shooting and getting rid of her. She wanted Miss Meeks to get out of her world. I got to change it around, because she took her out of this world. Listen to what I'm saying. She took her out of this world. She didn't want Miss Meeks in her world. Let me into your world, right? So she wasn't going to let Miss Meeks into her world. She wanted Miss Meeks out of her world, and she wanted to keep her dignity and make it happen. Because Miss Meeks had lots of life to live, God says, but she didn't want Miss Meeks in this world, because she did definitely see Miss Meeks' potential. So we got these two. She need to have a mindset of a Libra and be balanced in her thinking. Instead, she went and she acted like a Virgo, business-minded, right? so she can just go and make some decisions. And she made the decision to go pull out that gun, right? But Miss Meeks might have been business-minded, like a Virgo, okay? So she needed to show Miss Meeks love and treatment, but she didn't. So we had, it was torment for Miss Meeks, right? Because the culprit went to the law with that flimsy story talking about the self-defense. I'm gonna say that it was self-defense. So we have right here, homosexual card. So I'm gonna see how to work it. So this is a homosexual card, but I'm gonna change it all the way around. I never did that before, but I'm gonna do it for this storyline. Miss Meeks and this lady, both of them are females, right? And it was abuse. And abuse mean they was fighting. So I'm going to change the card all the way around. I never done it. So both of them are ladies. And they wasn't in a relationship, but they was halfway fighting probably because of a relationship of their child's father maybe. And it was abuse in the relationship between them two because they was fighting, right? Teaching children was her path. Miss Meeks, she worked her a workhorse on teaching her child, right? Or children in general. So we have with this next card that her child's father need to heal himself by coming forward. When he loses a spouse, a friend, a child's mother to death, he was free. So by Miss Meeks being out the way, he's free. Follow me? Because he looked at Miss Meeks wasn't going to be able to be with no other man also. Because some people, if they can't have you, they rather nobody even have you. That's sad, I know, but that man was not really worried about Miss Meeks laying there bleeding. That man should have been over top of her or whatever he could do, crying and everything else. They say people show their emotions all kind of ways. Ain't no way. Emotions supposed to been all over the place. No joke. Getting high. This is her card though. So this is Miss Meeks' card. She wasn't getting high or anything, but she was in her emotions. So either she is nervous or overwhelmed, upset, anything like that. Anything was going on with her mind, right? Because she was fighting up here with this one. She needed to get her phone for help, but I don't know where her phone was. And then he was holding her left and right, so she couldn't really go do anything. She couldn't get any help. The person who could have helped her didn't help her. He added to the problem. Healthy means she needs to love herself first, though. Because she is ready for a healthy way of loving, and this man couldn't love her right. And it showed all the way up until the end. He didn't love her right. He didn't even try to save her on the ground. He kept walking around. Okay, next card is she saw something over the weekend. And he saw it too. She saw something over the weekend. He saw something over the weekend. That might have brewed all this stuff up in the first place. Who knows? Next card is she couldn't control the outcome of this situation. She had to be okay with her looks and know she was beautiful because she was. So I don't know who said something about her looks. Maybe the other lady. I don't know. Okay, so she went back to her soul and God said, well done. Well done. Well done. Went back to her soul. She couldn't control her situation. Just murdered. God didn't bring out the murder card or the manslaughter card, but God brought the other cards out. Because she keeps talking about self-defense, and which is not self-defense. Okay, that's it for Miss Meeks. You heard me say happy anniversary. I heard that song, happy anniversary. So instead of saying happy anniversary, today is the day that her funeral is, so she's being celebrated today. So it's not an anniversary, but it's a celebration of life. A celebration of life. So that lady, that culprit, that lady there, couldn't hold a candle to Miss Meeks as far as having friends and people who love her. And I feel that way off of just looking at the balloon release. And then a lot of people who didn't even show up there might have showed up at the funeral, so that's even more people. She feels she got power because she took her out of this world. So she feels like she won at the end. But she don't know. God ain't finished with this yet. God is not through with this yet. God not through with this yet. This Debraas Love on Healer Tarot 9 here on YouTube. Peace to the family. Give the baby a big sweet hug for me. Hug mommy, hug daddy, hug sister, hug brother, hug everybody. A big group hug. I can't give you a hug. Only thing I can do is say, give you a hug this way. And just wish that you can just slowly heal. It's going to take a while. It's going to take a while. It's going to take a while. But know that God is not going to forget about Miss Meeks. This Debraas Love.